Hello everyone. Wonder if you've ever had a poorly thing either on your arm or inside your body, on your skin or something. I've been around our house and I've just collected a few things that we have and we use if we're a bit poorly. I wonder if you've seen any of them. Do you know what this one is? I had to use one of these yesterday because I wore a pair of shoes that I hadn't worn for a while and I got very sore. You know what this is? Yeah. That's a plaster, isn't it? And that's what you'd put on your skin if you had a cut or something that was very sore. But I wonder if you know what this one is. This one is really, really stretchy. And if you've hurt your muscles inside your wrist, you would put this one on like this. Oh, it's really tight. And it would hold all the muscles. There's a really big plaster. I hope nobody's ever needed one of those. But I wonder if you know what this is. This is just amazing. Oh, listen to that. I hope you've never had to have one of these, because if that didn't do the job to your poorly wrist, you'd have to put your hand in one of these like this and it would hold it tight and it would keep it from bending. There's a big metal bit in there so you can wiggle your fingers but you can't bend your wrist. And if it was really bad, you might even need one of these that would go around your head and then your arm would sit in it like that. And even need something else. And it's got me thinking about a story that was in our Bible when there were 10 men who were poorly. Now, they wouldn't have had very expensive things like this or very modern things. They would have just had ordinary bandages around their skin because they had a problem. They had a disease called leprosy. Now, we don't see leprosy very often now, but it was very, very contagious. Now, contagious means that you can catch it. Bit like some of the illnesses that we have today. We can catch them, can't we? And that's why we've got to be really clean and we've got to stay away from people so we don't catch things. And these people were exactly the same. They had to stay away from their friends and their family because they had leprosy. Now, leprosy started on the skin and the skin got very, very sore, and then it was so sore they would bang into things and it was just very painful. But in Jesus's time, if you had leprosy, you had to move away from your family and go and live somewhere else. So nobody ever wanted to catch leprosy. But one day, Jesus was walking and he met 10 people who had leprosy. Now, this is the picture in our Bible, but I'm going to ask you to see if you can make this, because we could tell this story together. Now, you could have a little search around your house and see if you can find 10 figures. Now, I think I've got 10. Let's have a quick count, shall we? I'll stand them up. Oh. And here's Jesus. Let's count together, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, these people, if you're going to tell the story, you could do this. You could get some kitchen paper like this and you could cut up some little strips and then you could wrap it around them and you could make all of your little men have bandages around them like that. You could do that. Or you could do what this little thing is. I found 2 old gloves. I wonder if you can find some old gloves in your house. They don't have to match. You see, these don't match. And what I've done, I've taken some masking tape and I've just, if you have a look, I've just put it on the tip of the finger, folded it round, and then I've put another bit on the back to cover up. Now, I wonder if you can see that on this one that I've done before, because you don't want to stay and wait for me to do all 10, they've got very sad faces because they are all poorly with their leprosy. So I've just got time now, as you watch, to draw on our sad faces. I'm sure you can do a really good job. I'm going to give this one some hair. And a nose. And 2 lovely brown eyes. And a very sad face. Oh dear, I wonder if you can see that. I'll do a sad face. But remember, they've got spots. That's why they're sad. All these 10 men were very sad because they had leprosy. But on the other side, I've put some happy faces. And we need happy faces on this side because I'm going to tell you the story. And I'm going to tell you the story using my gloves. There's his nose, this side. And he's still got brown eyes. Now, if you haven't got any masking tape like this at home, I'm sure you could just get some ordinary bits of paper and just wrap them around the top and maybe put a little bit of sellotape. You might even have some sticky labels, or if you've got some sticky little post-its just to stick on, because they're old gloves, but the pictures don't need to stay on for very long, do they? So let me put my gloves on and see if we can tell this story. Can you see? Right. So Jesus was walking by and he saw 10 very poorly men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when Jesus saw them, he knew exactly what was wrong. He said, I can see that you've got that really bad disease of leprosy, haven't you? I tell you what would you like me to do? Well, of course, the men said, can you make us better? Jesus, we've heard that you can make people better. And Jesus said, of course I can. Now, take yourselves and go down to the temple and show the priests yourselves. Now, you see, in those days, in order to see if you'd got better, the priest was the one that had to check to see if you were well, not the doctor, the priest in the temple. So, as they started to walk away with their leprosy, they took their bandages off and they could feel tingling. And as they took their bandages off, their skin was all better. And they turned from very sad people to very happy people. And they were so happy their skin was better that they rushed off down to show their skin to the priest in the temple. But there was one person, just one. And he thought, I can't go until I've been back to Jesus. And I must say to Jesus, Jesus, thank you for making me better. Thank you for making my skin better and healing me. And Jesus looked a bit sad. And he said to him, weren't there 10 of you? Where are the other 9? And that made the man just a little bit sad too, because there were 10 of them. Do you remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But only one remembered to say thank you. Now, I know who I would like to be like. Do you? I want to be like this one. The one who remembered to say thank you. And sometimes it's really hard to say thank you, isn't it? Because sometimes I know we feel a little bit gloomy and a bit doom, and you don't feel like saying thank you because things don't seem to be going very well. But if you think really hard, there are so many things to be thankful for. I wonder if you can think of some things to say thank you to. For you might want to say thank you to Mummy for something, or thank you to your brother or sister, or thank you to Grandma or Granddad, or to Daddy. Even better, you might want to say thank you to God for something. It might be the flowers in the garden, or the birds in the trees, or the walk you went on, or the sea, or the sun, or the moon, or the stars. So many things to say thank you for and to be grateful for. Should we just say thank you to Jesus now? Jesus, we thank you for all the things that you do. We thank you that you are with us all the time and you want to make us better and you want us to say thank you and to remember you. We thank you for the one man who had leprosy who went back to say thank you. And we want to learn from him. We want to be the people who are always grateful and always say thank you. Amen. Now, I would love to see some pictures of maybe the way you've told the story. Can you make some glove, people? Can you just get mummy or daddy to write in the comments below something that you want to say thank you for? We'd love to see them. See you next week. Bye.